I have to respectfully decline.
I'm afraid I must insist.
The Lost City is jam-packed with entertaining incidents on set, from naked scenes on day 2 to a costume with more flair than Sandra Bullock herself. Let's take a look at what was happening behind the scenes in the woods.
Alan, what are you doing here?
We're here to save you. I'm certified CPR, I'm certified CrossFit.
Bullock plays the romance author Loretta Sage in The Lost City, in which she was abducted by a wealthy, eccentric Radcliffe who believes she can guide him to a hidden treasure buried deep in the jungle. Tatum plays Alan, the novelist's cover model, and he organizes an implausible rescue with the assistance of an equally handsome but considerably more skilled mercenary, Brad Pitt, who makes a cameo appearance. Sparks fly, blows are hurled, and swamp leeches are meticulously plucked off Tatum's bare body as Loretta and Alan try to flee together. However, the film comes with a unique set of stakes for Hollywood's post-pandemic future. Will people still go watch an old-fashioned comedy adventure where the performers lack any superpowers other than an A-list appeal as the theater industry titans? It helps that Tatum co-directed and starred in Dog, but Hollywood will also look to films like The Lost City and Bullet Train, a Pitt-led action comedy in which Bullock repays the favor with a cameo of her own to see if there's a path for big studio movies outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Bullock and Radcliffe share some great behind-the-scenes stories about making The Lost City, including why Sandra altered the conclusion to make it less about discovering a financial treasure, how the film is a feel-good and fun movie, what people would be shocked to learn about the production of the film, and why Sandra Bullock wishes this film would be a Disneyland ride. With that being said, here's what was happening behind the scenes of The Lost City.
Now, prepare to die.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up?
What? Why aren't they biting that guy?
While the D may have been eliminated due to its sexual connotation, it's more probable that it was dropped because of its similarities to The Lost City of Z. Despite the fact that the movie is a romantic comedy with a thematically appropriate title, that's still a questionable marketing strategy. The far better title was dropped. The original title had a lot less depth than this one. You may recall when it was dubbed The Lost City of D, which was a double play on words based on Tom Holland's novel-turned-movie The Lost City of Z. That debuted in 2016. Channing Tatum was displeased with the alteration, stating he hoped that they wouldn't have dropped the D, because of course the D would never be dropped.
I can feel him sucking my soul. River like a bandit. Don't make that sound. Feels like there's more.
Holy Mother of God.
Sandra Bullock characterized Channing Tatum's Bullocks as flawless and as smooth as a baby's bottom. On the second day of production for The Lost City, Channing Tatum got stripped. Although not entirely bare, he's naked nonetheless. For a 2-page monologue, the poor man had leeches plastered to his butt and Sandra Bullock's eyeballs plastered to his privates. He is, after all, no stranger to appearing nude on camera. If you've ever seen Magic Mike, you know he's completely comfortable in his own skin. If you haven't watched it, we strongly advise you do so. Sandra had a few more things to say about Channing Tatum's butt. She applauded Channing for being so at ease with himself despite the fact that he knew he was acting for laughs. In the behind-the-scenes footage, it's evident that he wasn't attempting to be serious and that he would have worked really hard to make sure that his rear end was perfectly in frame. You can search for flaws, but we doubt you'll find any.
This is like your book. We're on a Lovemore and Dash adventure right now. I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Let's go.
What are you doing? Don't do that! Oh God, get out of there!
Sandra Bullock wore a jumpsuit that was more sturdy than Channing Tatum. Despite the fact that the costume was designed to be as uncomfortable as possible, Bullock adored it. It had to be built to withstand rivers, oceans, mountains, and even Channing Tatum's head. Yeah, the designers had to remember the scene where the two were climbing the cliff with Tatum's head on her butt, pushing her to the top. Bullock joked that it didn't irritate Channing's face, which was essential because it had to be everywhere. The jumpsuit was so constricting that Bullock couldn't drink liquids or eat much, and the delicious food that was available on set wasn't helping her case.
Jungles eat people like us.
What is that?
Coming 2 years off of the pandemic, we're quite sure that this film was a sort of escape for Sandra Bullock, at the very least, since she's been wanting to retire from Hollywood for a while now. She was interviewed and stated that she hadn't laughed in a long time. Bullock is taking a break from acting after this film to spend time with her family. After production for The Lost City was over, the actress revealed that she would be taking a hiatus from acting. Bullock said she had to be in place that makes her happy even if she doesn't know how long she'll be gone.
Loretta Sage, getting you out of here.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
One of the most memorable cameos of 2022 is most likely gonna be Brad Pitt. It was planned in an unusual way because he and Sandra Bullock shared a hairstylist. Bullock decided to act in Pitt's film Bullet Train in return for a cameo in The Lost City. Surely, like Bullock did, we need to hire a better hairstylist. Pitt literally just came in and he absolutely killed it. He is hilarious, and the filming of his part took only 4 days. Oh, and let's not forget about how Channing Tatum was fanboying over him on set. You'd assume Channing Tatum would be tired of water after weeks of filming in it. Channing Tatum took Sandra Bullock for a swim on the last day of production. She wasn't pleased, but they hugged it out in the end. Tatum held Bullock as she said no in a behind-the-scenes clip of the two on set, shortly before he dived into the water and submerged them both. They resurfaced later and exchanged hugs before swimming away. Tatum stated that he doesn't have the words to express his admiration for Sandra Bullock and that they were undoubtedly created in the same lab. He modeled his character's look in The Lost City after Brad Pitt. Working with Pitt was a dream come true for Tatum, who revealed that his role in this film was influenced by one of Pitt's movies for the looks of his own romance book cover model image. Tatum spoke on his off-screen friendship with Pitt, saying that the two have ridden motorcycles together and that Pitt is everything you want him to be in real life. He went on to explain that he's very entertaining in The Lost City. He believes people don't realize how hilarious Brad Pitt is because you may think he's done comedies before, but he's never done something this diverse for any other film.
Now, prepare to die.
There are just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up.
Some stereotypes are simply too good to pass up. Certain cliches in The Lost City were being turned on their head, such as Bullock's character having more real-world experience than her counterpart. They managed to carry the unsuitable jungle attire cliche even further than it's ever gone before, so not all tropes are eliminated. Bullock, on the other hand, enjoys it and claims that's what makes it so enjoyable. The fact that you can simply make old sets fresh, along with the fact that the male-female narrative can suddenly be turned on its head since it's no longer "this is the woman's role, this is the man's role," is a winning combination. You can muck about it with all of that and come up with a whole different dynamic, which is exactly what the producers did. We're guessing Tatum will start to include wigs in his contract from now on. He's been overheard claiming that he's never had long hair in his life since he can't grow it naturally. When Channing Tatum put the wig on, he transformed into an entirely different person, fully inhabiting the hair. When an actor walks out with a new pair of hair, their entire persona changes. And in the case of Tatum, maybe it was a mind control device. We're simply envious of the sight of the movie's filming. Filming was done in the stunning Dominican Republic, where it began in May and ended in August. Because of the behind-the-scenes material, we got to hang out with the actors, but it wasn't enough. Given that the COVID limitations in England are still rather strong, Daniel Radcliffe tried not to flaunt it in his friend's face too much.
We're so close. I could actually find the lost city.
Radcliffe was far too susceptible to persuasion. They didn't even have to say Brad Pitt's name to persuade him to take part in the movie. He was readily persuaded to join the cast since he would get to play a villain alongside Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. Radcliffe grew up watching her movies and admiring her, so it's no surprise that he wanted to work with her. He praises their skills as well as their on-screen chemistry and said that they would be difficult to get along with if they didn't have chemistry. So it was strange and scary for Radcliffe to be working with her, but the feeling passed soon. Since the emergence of the pandemic, the world's been waiting for The Lost City. To be honest, it appears to be a lot of fun. No overthinking, just laughing, and how about that title change? The Lost City or D or The Lost City? Which do you think was better? Let us know in the comments down below, and thanks for staying with us till the end of the video.
To die. I am driving. Oh!